Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. Today's video will be an in-depth review of PureVPN. PureVPN is a very popular VPN provider established and based in Hong Kong in 2007. From the first day of its existence, PureVPN aims to deliver great performance, solid security and lots of servers at an affordable price, offering tons of deals and discounts on its long-term plans. On top of everything, PureVPN promised a no-logging policy for years, which it violated in 2017 just to continue with the same promises years later and claiming that it is, and I quote, the best VPN money can buy. It's clear that PureVPN had a pretty rough time on the VPN marketplace, but you know what I say, everyone deserves a second chance. So is this a VPN you should buy now over ExpressVPN, NordVPN or CyberGhost for example? Well, I'm going to give you the answer to that question in this PureVPN review, but also give you two VPN alternatives that are much better than this VPN. But before I do all of that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new VPN review like this one. As always, I'm going to start my PureVPN review by talking about applications and ease of use. PureVPN did its homework when it comes to app support, and on the list we can see platforms like Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, Linux, routers, Android TV and many others. PureVPN even lets you buy a VPN-ready router directly from the website just in case you want to make sure that the VPN will work, and this makes things a lot easier. When it comes to simultaneous connections, PureVPN offers 10 of them, meaning that you can protect 10 devices simultaneously using just one account with no additional costs. And I must admit that this is vastly better than ExpressVPN or CyberGhost for instance. Furthermore, PureVPN's applications are dead simple to use and the VPN went for full-on minimalism. You can see that the app looks very simplistic and connecting to the server of your choice is quite easy. You just click on this globe icon right here. Click on the country you want and you will establish a connection to the VPN server located in that country. To disconnect, of course, use the connection button once again and you will stop the connection. The app also lets you visit the FAQ section and submit a ticket directly, whereas you can launch the live chat session by clicking on this button. Clicking on the gear icon in the bottom left part of the screen, we open the settings menu and by doing so arrive at the next section of our PureVPN review, security. When it comes to security, PureVPN promises and explains quite a lot of stuff on its website, but in the application you will see that half of these features are not available. Someone in the PureVPN team read a lot about VPN protocols and other features, but didn't advise other people in the team to implement these features in the application. On the brighter side, it uses 256-bit encryption coupled with an automatic kill switch, IPv6 and DNS leak protection. The choice of VPN protocols is not impressive either, and even though PureVPN explains and compares each and every protocol on the website, it offers just two of them, IKEv2 and UDP and TCP variants of OpenVPN. So, in terms of security, we cannot tell that PureVPN is really impressive. But what about privacy policy? Well, this is where things start to get a bit more interesting. The privacy policy seems like it's a no-logging policy, as PureVPN promises not to store records of your origin IP address, VPN session timestamp, assigned VPN server IP address, browsing activities and DNS queries. Moreover, PureVPN claims to not share or sell your personal info with third parties and outlines once again that it doesn't include your IP address in the VPN connection logs. Remember this very well. On the other hand, it stores the amount of bandwidth you used, and while this is not too alarming, PureVPN could eliminate this practice altogether. And now we move on to the nitty-gritty of the subject. PureVPN is based in Hong Kong, which is in China, and even though Hong Kong is ruled by different laws and legislations, it slowly starts to buckle under pressure of the Chinese government and employs more and more surveillance and censorship. Even worse, the company behind PureVPN is no other than Gaditek, the same company that owns VPN that we call a rebrand of PureVPN. Gaditek is a Pakistani company known for rather unpleasant and disgusting business practices that still loom over PureVPN's head. A minute earlier, I mentioned that I want you to remember that PureVPN does not store logs of your IP address, but in 2017, it actually disclosed two IP addresses of a particular subject to the FBI and helped the FBI in the apprehension process, of course, despite claiming to have a no-logging policy. Also, Gaditek uses filthy advertisement tactics, where it employs dozens of fake social media accounts to promote its products pretending to be a real person. And the final nail in the coffin is that it owns many VPN review websites, where it ranks its VPN products very high and presents them as the best choices when they clearly aren't even close to that. With that in mind, it's hard to trust Gaditek as much as it's hard to trust PureVPN and its no-logging policy that's been violated not long ago. For that reason, we recommend avoiding this VPN at all costs. To proceed with my PureVPN review, I need to see how fast this untrustworthy VPN actually is. What you see on the screen is my native internet speed, and I will use two servers to test PureVPN and determine how big the speed reduction will be. One server will be located in Bulgaria, which is very close to my real location, and one in the United States, just to see how well PureVPN performs in different scenarios and servers. As you can see, I'm already connected to the VPN server in Bulgaria, so let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. After the test is completed, we can see the results that are unimpressive. My upload and download speeds decreased significantly, while the ping jumped to more than 100 milliseconds. Now I'm connected to the server in the United States with PureVPN, so let's initiate the speed test once again and check out the results. As expected, the results are even worse, with PureVPN decreasing my speeds even further and raising the ping to more than 200 milliseconds, which is unacceptable. This brings us to the conclusion of the speed test, and I don't have to say much. Simply put, PureVPN is painfully slow, and with a constantly high ping, you will have a tough time enjoying online gaming or simply browsing the web smoothly. In the next part of our PureVPN review, we need to perform a streaming test and see if you can unblock different streaming platforms abroad. I will use Netflix and BBC iPlayer in this test. For Netflix, I will use the US catalog and I will try to unblock the movie Batman: The Killing Joke, which is available only in the United States and I can't find it, as you can see on the screen, after which I will connect to the UK server and try to watch BBC iPlayer. First, let's connect to the server in the United States, and then let's refresh the page. As you can see, PureVPN successfully unblocked the movie and Netflix US works. But let's try to watch it now. And as you can see, the movie works flawlessly, but I must stop the footage to prevent any copyright claims. I'm now disconnected from the US server and I will try to watch BBC iPlayer with my real IP address. As you can see, it gives me an error message because I'm not located in the UK, but let's connect to the server in the United Kingdom by using PureVPN, and then let's refresh the page. We can see that the geo restriction message is not here anymore, so let's try to watch this show. And once again it works, but of course I must blur the footage to prevent any copyright claims. In the streaming test of our PureVPN review, PureVPN shows impressive results and manages to unblock both Netflix US and BBC iPlayer, passing the test with flying colors. PureVPN also built an impressive server network over the years of its existence and now offers 6,500 of them in 140 countries and 180 locations. Although many of these servers are virtual, PureVPN covers even less popular countries like Puerto Rico, Bermuda and Thailand, but also more popular countries like the US, UK, Canada, Australia, Brazil and many others. The server distribution is rather great, and even in Africa you will be able to find servers in 6 countries, whereas many VPNs offer servers in 1, 2 or none of the African countries. The support team of PureVPN is a solid one and is able to respond quickly to your VPN related issues through the live chat. Needless to say, support team is available 24/7, and as soon as you post your question you'll get a response in less than 30 seconds, sometimes less, sometimes more. Of course, you can also contact PureVPN through email or different social media accounts, but you'll probably be focused more on using the live chat functionality since it works very well. How much does the best VPN your money can buy cost? Well, here's the answer to that question. The monthly plan on PureVPN will cost you almost $11, the annual plan costs for $16 a month or about $50 upfront, and finally there's a 2-year plan, the cheapest one that costs $291 a month or $35 upfront. With these prices, PureVPN is a relatively affordable VPN, but for a very similar price, you can get a much better VPN like CyberGhost, for example, that has 7,000 plus servers in 90 countries, faster speeds, dedicated P2P and streaming servers, rock-solid security and a true no-logging policy, making it a vastly superior option. You can also get ExpressVPN, albeit for a bit more expensive price. However, this is the best VPN you can get, offering more than 3,000 servers in 94 countries, the fastest speeds on the market, a verified no-logging policy, impeccable security, and it even works with more than 15 Netflix catalogs, which no other VPN will give you. ExpressVPN and CyberGhost give you a 30 and a 45-day money-back guarantee respectively, and if you want to get special discounts on their long-term plans, I left links to both VPNs in the description below. With everything said and done, we need to conclude our PureVPN review. It's pretty clear that you should avoid PureVPN at all costs in favor of better VPNs like ExpressVPN and CyberGhost. PureVPN has a bad history of leaking information about its users, but also the set of business practices that make it hard to trust this VPN. Not to mention slow speeds and the lack of crucial security features because of which PureVPN is almost obsolete and useless in the world of safe and anonymous web browsing. But the good thing is that you can get ExpressVPN or CyberGhost, spend a tiny bit more money and enjoy a much better VPN experience in terms of privacy, security and performance. With everything said, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel and stay with us because many more useful videos like this are coming very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.